Hello, strangelings. This is Harold, by the way. I just wanted to, he likes to tangle himself up. Well, Harold is obviously multiple shoots, but they like to tangle themselves into each other, so sometimes I like to separate them a little bit. And Harold is looking a hell of a lot better today. I was told that he did not like light, that he prefers a lot more shaded area. And when I stuck him in the window, he started growing again. That's why you got so much difference in the sizes of the shoots. This is pretty funny. Pretty interesting, especially considering humans would rather have their own idea of what is and what isn't for things in nature. Prescribed, almost like a recipe. It's got to be the same each time kind of thing. And nature never had that prescription that everything for this particular species has to be the same across the board, ever. So I always find that interesting. Anywho, of course you guys know we're here for the weekly reading, and I'm going to do the loud part, so let me mute my mic real quick. So of course I realized that I muted that. So that was a round W. That was a lightning bolt surrounded in black. That was a pink R, a square T, and a round D. Guys, I was saying all of that stuff. You couldn't hear me because I forgot to unmute my mic. Sorry. I was talking about the bag over here. I finally got the bags made. And I was talking about lighter. It looks like it's going to go out. And now you're caught up. Okay. Yay. At least, hey guys, I have twice since I came back from my health break for my wrists. Twice now, I have actually accidentally done a fully silent reading. So, hey, I caught it. I'm happy. Oh, Lord. Oh, no. I let that incense go too long. So I have patchouli on the stick, sage on the cone, if you're wondering. Has nothing to do with anything other than that I like those smells. Okay. Now, guys, I know I'm kind of goofing around right now, but I need to take a drink first. My throat's been rougher and rougher throughout the years, but these days, throughout the days, I just got the most annoying hangnail. Oh my Lord, guys, I am trying to just go ahead and do this. I don't want my nail catching something, so yeah, I think I worked it down enough. All right. Make sure I know which direction's up. So, yeah. I don't know what's going on today. I know, the card shuffling can get loud too. You guys might notice I took the pop mic off. The pop mic actually had a thick piece of foam on it. Part of the reason why you guys had trouble hearing me and why I had so much trouble getting my voice turned up enough to be heard over my music, which is as low as my editor will put that music without just not recording it all together. So, oh boy, you know. And it has been friggin' hot lately. The last couple weeks, we've gone between rain and way too much heat. I know my friends throughout the states here are dealing with the same thing. I have a friend in South Carolina, a couple friends in Florida, a couple friends in Kentucky, a friend in Iowa, a couple friends in Iowa. And yeah, all of them have been experiencing the same thing, where it's just really hot and or really wet. Funny thing is, here in Colorado, it is desert land, and we have actually turned it into less deserty, more grassy. So us being hot, I get it. And when I first came out here almost 11 years ago now, it was hot and lack of humid. And in fact, it was part of my biggest issue coming out here as far as my health goes, was more pollution and less moisture in the air. We're not so much that way anymore. And it's kind of weird if you ask me. Okay. Split my cards here. Doesn't matter if I saw the bottom or not, because we don't go from the bottom. Though, curiosity. The bottom has this. Just a curiosity. Okay, so. Oh, good gracious. Good gracious. I'm not trying to talk in an accent, but an accent wants to come out, so I figured I'd give it a little bit of play, you know. Good gracious. I can't believe what I'm seeing here. It's a very, very weird. No, but seriously. At the beginning of this, you were in a position of having a change in your life. This change put you in a lot of anxiety. You did not know if you would be able to come out of this change or not, at all. You just knew it was a change and it was happening. So this would suggest to me it was happening to you. But through this change, you became a Queen of Pentacles, which means, of course, you became resource wealthy. You became, whether it was food or the ability to emotionally regulate well, it doesn't matter. It's a resource wealthy. And also you became someone who was nurturing this resource wealth. Sorry for bumping that. You became somebody who was nurturing not only this resource wealth, but you used it to nurture other things in your life, other people in your life, so on and so forth. Actually, what I should do is I should put it over here. Hold on. Let me put these cards over this way. See, I can still see them, but they're out of the way so I can get my tea a little easier. Oh, my Lord. So, yes. You were in a change. This camera, such a fuss. I might actually have to change the cameras around, but the only problem is if I change my cameras around, I don't have a zoom for my face. There's another hangnail. Okay, you were in a change. That change was making you feel anxious, or possibly there was also some other anxieties there too. But through this change, you became a Queen of Cups, somebody of resource abundance and of caring. Well, that makes sense, yeah. Okay. I see. Interesting. So, at this point, where we stand now, literally in time and space, at this point, you are coming to a position where you are about to possibly grow community, or perhaps you are starting a venture. You'll see here, something that has been pointed out to me today is these flags. These flags are actually from the Dark Ages and the Renaissance, the small ones especially. They used to do tests of knights back then, and those tests of knights were jousting competitions or tournaments in general. Tournaments would have multiple types of competitions. You'd have jousting, you'd have sword fighting, you'd have wrestling, you'd have let's see, there's throwing competitions. There was a marksman, archer competitions, things like that. all kinds of competitions in tournaments. And when you had tournaments, anybody who's seen The Knight's Tale knows what I'm about to say. Anytime you had tournaments, you had flags and shields. Those flags and shields were to indicate what all tournaments were going to be participated, or I'm sorry, what all tournaments they would have, what all types of tournaments, sorry. I can't think of the word I was looking for today. The dyslexia got me, what can I say? So you are possibly in some place of an important, a noble standing. Noble as in, not as in something that is good for all, but something more regal, type noble. So you are maybe in a place that is in a noble standing. either creating community or commerce. It could be either. But in this position, you will become more of a knave when it comes to your resources. You will be in the cups position. You will be young, inexperienced, even though you were in the position of Queen of Cups. You are more inexperienced, and it's probably because, of course, you're in a new venue. You're trying to do a new thing. So, of course, you're not going to have the experience you would in your old life. However, I see that there will be someone in the Emperor position. Ugh. The lighting, guys, the lighting. I'm so sorry. You're going to have somebody in the Emperor position who comes in wanting to partner up. Partner up how? I don't know, but I feel that this is going to be a business venture. And to be quite honest with you, I feel personally that this is going to be something of entertainment. So maybe this is someone who's trying to make a channel, or are going to be making a channel or a website. But you are going to have somebody who wants to come in and partner with you. Now, of course, this is just a simple reading. All I do for the videos are just simple readings. So I can't really tell you if this is going to be successful, if this is a smart venture, if this is a bad venture. I cannot quite tell you. But I can tell you that in the beginning here, while we are, sorry, I'm looking at my monitor now that I have them to the side. While we are in this space, it is a joyous partnership. So, give me 1 second, guys. Give myself a little more space to shuffle these. Oh, that's going to be out of camera, so I'm not going to do that. Okay. So, yes. Here you go. There you have it. Let's get some extra clarity. Guys, I'm not even ready for you to start falling out yet. I'm only shuffling you. Okay. I had a big chunk left on the top, and I don't like that. Okay, there we go. Now I'm happy. Alright, let's toss some cards. We need to get 3 cards. 3 or more cards at once goes back, unless the top is showing. I know, I keep saying it, guys. And I probably will until I make my card introductory video for this channel again. I actually used to have one on here before I rebooted everything. I did. Boy. But then again, at that time I was doing daily readings for the weekdays, and oh my lord, I can't believe I put myself through that much work to give you guys readings and to try to get used to my new cards. Which, by the way, are still present in the room. They are actually up here on this shelf. They are in my handbook for the recently deceased tin that I got at the movie. I figured it was fitting. Especially somebody like me who does this not as a spiritual thing, not as, you know, talking to spirit or talking to the universe or whatever. Source, I think, is one big one they like to call it for some reason. but am somebody who does it as a statistical chance, which kind of tunes my statistical algorithm in my head, my intuition. So, of course, I thought it would be quite fun to put it all into the handbook for the recently deceased. Now I know there are plenty of spiritualists, readers, and psychics. I quote all of those, by the way, with that one finger gesture. There are plenty of those who would be so irate that I put it in anything that suggests anything about death. I've personally met them and talked to them and had them tell me that I was going to hell for my ways. Actually, that was right there, so let's go ahead and leave it there. Oh no. Interesting. They have a lot to say today, let me tell you. Okay. Oh, okay. I think this is clarifying how and why you started where you did. And the thing is I'm going to tell you right now, this card was giving me a little trouble. And it does sometimes, because for me, it will present itself as anxiety, it'll present itself as depression, it'll present itself as actual death. It will present itself in a few ways. But today, it felt like anxiety and or death, or near death. And when I read this first card here, you guys will figure out why I said interesting. These cards aren't wanting to toss today. I don't normally toss my cards too hard. I just kind of thunk them out of my hand, and you guys know how it usually works. I tried to make that not fall out, but you know, that is that was a face up. I don't know, that bothers me a little bit, the way that kind of fell on the side of my hand. I don't like it. Okay, so we have here the first one to fall out, and the reason why I say interesting, because it says the coffin, guys, the coffin foretells acute illness or loss of property. When near the person, when distant, a probability of averting evil. So, obviously, this might have actually been, you actually might have been getting towards your deathbed. It was somewhere in the middle between the mic and the flowers. Remember, guys, the flowers are you. The mic is away. And it was in the middle. So you were somewhere between illness and or loss of property and averting evil, which is probably why this change was happening. This change was the averting of the evil, while this was the anxiety you were feeling because of what had happened. So then we have number 32, sorry, transversing the numbers again, guys, sorry about that. The mountains nearby indicate the presence of a mighty enemy. Well, again, they fell in the middle too. So Okay. And then number 42, Amor, is a sign that someone is looking at you with great love and longing. Okay, so with that clarity, yeah, so you have a change that has happened because there was a serious illness or loss of property. I feel personally more like there was a serious illness. And this gave you great anxiety. You or someone you know may have been on their deathbed. If not, may have lost. And transitioning through your change, bearing your anxiety, working it through until it's no longer anxiety, puts you in a Queen of Cups. And that's where you're at. Now you are in a place of nobility, but not quite safety. A place where enemies might be dwelling, kind of place. Where it's kind of it's not like you're in danger, but it's also not like you're fully safe. This is the kind of place where if you have a booth, you make sure you're taking all your valuables, or locking that booth up every single time you leave, just in case, kind of thing. And then, because this is a new venue for you, you are naive. There is an emperor who is really longing to make a connection with you. This connection still feels like it'll be business-ish. However, it feels like it'll be celebratory as well. Not only celebratory, but it'll be fun. It'll be, if it's a job, it'll be the job you love, kind of thing. That's what I'm getting from this. Okay. All right. Well, hopefully that helps somebody. Again, I can't tell you past this. I am actually considering opening up the idea of doing private readings, guys. However, I'm going to do my private readings very, very differently. You'll have to contact me. I guarantee, if a price is an issue, I guarantee price is not an issue. I guarantee it. You have to contact me, let me know you want me to read for you, and then we can set up a time and date where, unfortunately, I will be doing them on Discord. I do not know how to do private videos for just 2 people on YouTube. So I will be doing them on Discord. So you'll have to have Discord. However, I will do private readings, and contact me for any information about that. Like I say, I guarantee they're affordable. I guarantee it. And yeah, so if you felt that this reading was for you and you want to know, let me know. If you felt this reading was for you and this is enough, cool. Thanks for watching. Honestly, not sarcastically, thank you seriously very much. Thank you for everybody else who watched. And if this was for you, I hope that it helped at least a little bit, whether you choose to reach out or not. And if not, hopefully it gave you some insight in something you're dealing with. And guys, I'm gonna get out of here with that. But of course, as always, do remember, I love you. Take care of each other. And I will see you guys in the next video.